this is how I run my front battery. Right here, it connects, and this is the rope that I use to tie off with. I have my life jackets up there, and then I'm running out of hands here, but all this area I just use for storage. I put tackle over here usually, and just really everything in here. This is where I keep majority of my stuff. I also added this little piece right here because originally, I don't know why I did it, but this is not screwed into the actual deck. So the motor had a tendency to kind of come up a little bit, and that's why I added that piece. It's actually anchored in, and this piece is anchored into there. So now the motor can't come up any, like, I mean, it wobbles a little bit, but it's actually tied down. Also, I don't really like the look of this, but I added these self-tapping screws because the deck was like coming up out of the actual boat. Like right here, it was flexing up. So I added 3 of those. I was gonna add another one right here, but I kind of have this tied down and don't feel like taking it off again. Eventually, I'll put another one right there. So yeah, front deck, I absolutely love this. And it's big enough to where all my rods can fit on the deck. The next thing I added in the middle here was this like foam material. Added it for 2 reasons. One, it doesn't get as dirty. Like you can see it's dirty here, but from the distance it doesn't look as bad as just plain whitewood. The second reason I added it was just for support, comfort for your feet, and just, you know, the overall feel. It feels a little bit better than just the bottom of the boat. I also added a few extra pieces right there, and the reason being is I had to add another piece of wood in this section because the deck was flexing right there. And rather than just having it plain wood, I added the foam to the front. I still have this for like putting your phone and your wallet in. I really need to come in and paint that white. I think it would look a little bit cleaner. But yeah, that is the midsection of the boat, how it sits right now. There's a ton of room to move around in here. If you have extra tackle or you have extra rods for the person in the back, that's what you have this area for. You know, I can put a cooler in there. That's what I did the other day. But then finally coming into the back, this is where we have our secondary trolling motor. I have the wire running right down here, and it hooks onto this battery. I have a brand new battery in there, have this for storage, and as you can see, we have a little bit of water in here, which is why I have a towel. This boat does not have a plug, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, man, that is how the boat sits today, and this is going to be the end of the boat building series. Thank you all for keeping up with the journey. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and this boat is going to be on the channel a ton. I'm actually planning on taking it out fishing tomorrow, for example. Something about having a boat is just so much cooler than being in a kayak.